with my hands behind me. I really have to fix where I have my keyboard. It is behind me. All right, it is official showtime. My second viewer left before I even started. No fair. No fair. All right, let's get a show started anyway. Mr. Fred, it might be just you and I. Who knows? I'm okay with this. It will be fine. Okay, so tonight, I did already say this, it is not your father's root beer night. I'm going to try it right off the bat. So, the first time I tried it, I thought it was rather bitter and not root beery enough. But I did try it while it was warm. So, I'm not sure how fair that was, and it was only one little sip. So now I have it cold, freshly opened, all the good stuff. So I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know. I don't know, Fred. I don't know if I like it. So, it's not your father's root beer, but it's not my root beer either. You know? Well, I mean, does she? It has a strange taste. Or actually, you know how everybody's tastes are different. It could just be that it's me, for sure. But there's something that's not really, I don't know. I'm going to give it a few more tries. So, first thing tonight, I'm going to show you my July birth month journal. Do you know any July babies? Passion Fruit Baja Mountain Dew. Okay, I know what Baja Blast is. Huh. I mean, that's a lot of words for one beverage. Is that an actual just kind of Mountain Dew? All right, anyway, I'm going to do this flip through. This is the July journal so far. I have set up for this one in brown, so all the background colors are brown and it's more of an aged look, and I have two. Oh, me too. A&W root beer is just so good. I can't really do sugar very much, and I have been having zero sugar A&W root beer from cans, and I just find it delightful. It does not disappoint so much that I feel like I'm missing out. Okay, so July journal. What was I saying? So I have two more set up. I did the brown one first, so this is more of a vintage kind of look. The other ones will be kind of a newer sort of look. And I'll just do a quick flip through. This is not done. You'll see right here where I glued, I can't remember what I glued to that spot, but I accidentally glued, oh, I know what it was. It was a clamp. Apparently I had clamp glue on the inside of the clamp by accident. Suni, just because somebody let you in the house does not mean you can come walk on my work. And it got glued here, so I have to fix that. But I can show off the book. It is probably 80% done. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a walkthrough to see what else I think I need to do to it. One of the July journals is already spoken for. And I don't know if the person who spoke for it will want this aged one or one of the black cover ones. But, you know, they're all different because I don't like don't mass make any part at all, ever. So I have, I put this envelope on the top of a page. This was like a creative challenge for me because I was listening to another journal maker who said the same thing I always think when I'm doing mine, is they get really bulky on the bottom because it's easy to put pockets and tuck spots and stuff on the bottom. It's harder to put them on the top. So I took this whole envelope, created a tuck spot with it, and put it on the top of a page, and left the journaling space underneath, which conceptually speaking and creatively speaking is a little harder to do. It's harder to make your brain do that, but I'm happy with it, how it looks. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's not the same as the tap, right? But it's just not available enough. This was supposed to be clever. So one time I made a book that had a hidden journaling card in it. And I wanted to do the same thing here. But it doesn't line up quite right. So either I got the corner tucked in too far like this, or the paper sticks out on the end over here. So it's not a perfect example, but there is a piece of tea-dyed paper in there. It's just not the fun surprise secret it was supposed to be. That's all right. So some places it's pretty easy to see what's not done yet. This page, for instance. Gotta move up a little. There we go, I think. Like, I'll probably add something to here and probably put a pull on this tag, and I might add something else to the page too, because these are still a little too loose in here. My favorite way to make sure things stay in their pockets is to overcrowd the pockets. Oh no, I'll show it when I get to the next part, but I did a new kind of bookmark in here, and I'm kind of liking it. So it's a ribbon, a super, super thin ribbon that is tied between the signatures. And then one side goes down there and one side goes down there, and it creates two bookmarks. That's what's coming out the bottom here, these ribbons. So I'll put some sort of beading or tassel or some sort of something on the bottom of them. This is just a decorated paper clip, but it's holding in another envelope with another card. So is Christy still loving her new job? I hope. How are things going? There we go. See, this is the center of the signature, and I just put these down the center of the signatures for now. But one for each signature. Can't lose your bookmark if it's actually attached to the book. I've also been liking this kind of printing where I do the sort of faded image so that you can still write or draw or glue or whatever over here and not think that you're, you know, messing up some sort of fancy image or anything. And then a specifically writing page, but, you know, do whatever you want with it, of course. I've just got the double pockets here. I don't think, nope, I have not decided at all what I'm doing in this one. So a little bit of work still to do. Something on the back, some kind of closure, but that is the first of the July birth month journals. And it's progress so far. The other two are all printed, and well, let's take a look actually. Let's take a look, because I know that there's at least one person, if not two, that want to know about these July journals. So let's see how far they are actually. So their signatures are sewn in. Their covers are made. The signatures are sewn in. That must be where I left them all. Their supplies are printed and or collected. So I've printed up the kit as well as some other things. I collected some of the pages for the signatures. Those are already sewn in, of course. Each one of them will get one of these pages to add, because July is ruby. And I recently learned that rubies can be lots of different shades of red, all the way from orange to purple. Oh, paid time off is a lovely thing. That's true. All right, so these July journals are really, I'm on to the fun part as soon as I finish that first one, and I will have 3 done fairly quickly. Oh, all right. So, next thing is I'm going to introduce this. So, part of my YouTube channel is going to be Zebra Talks. And zebra, in this case, is a term that means not an ordinary patient in the health department. My doctor specializes in complex care, and that's me. I am a complex zebra. And zebra, in my case, and in a lot of people's cases, means EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and mast cell activation syndrome. Mast cell activation syndrome is more of a theory than a diagnosis, as my doctor likes to say. And basically what the mast cell business means is that my body hates the planet, and I turn red and get spots and stuff like you see on my hand right now, because I got all of this because I went out in the sun, and there's a bunch up on my left shoulder too. So my body doesn't like the sun, and my body doesn't like the air, and my body doesn't like the fact that there are people here. That's why I call myself an alien. And zebra is the mascot for Ehlers-Danlos. Because it actually is a medical reference. And Ehlers-Danlos societies or communities adopted the zebra as their mascot. So I call myself an alien zebra. I didn't explain that very well, but the point is that I have decided to create this mini journal. This is a 2-signature mini journal and some coursework. And once a week, I am going to do a page in this journal once I get it put together and a few more made. And yes, I find that pretty cool too, actually. I mean, just her getting to say where she works is cool, you know? Okay, so I took a look at the EDS community site, and it had a bunch of prompts on it for the month of May, because May is EDS Awareness Month. Blah, 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 blah. Words are hard, you know. So I looked at all those prompts, and I made my own list of tasks, so to speak, around those prompts. Some of them didn't really apply to a journal idea, but most of them did. So I have put together 26 prompts that will go in this journal. And then each week I will do one thing. So the idea is that by the end of the 26 weeks, you learn a little bit more about EDS, and you learn a little bit more about yourself as a zebra, and a little bit more about your health and how to care for yourself. So this is going to apply to people with EDS, but it should also apply to anybody who is a little unique in the health department, or who lives with any chronic illness or condition. I didn't really want to make it specific to people just like me, because there really aren't a lot of us, and that would just be silly. So it should apply to everybody, anybody and everybody with chronic illness or condition, or honestly, if I just think about, if you just want to learn about what makes you special and unique and why it's a good thing, rather than people focusing on why you are different and thinking it's a bad thing. So honestly, could apply to even just that. This will have, let's see if I can grab it, because I just, I just put my July journals on top of what I wanted to show. That didn't help me. So, not this, not ravens. Oh, this is my cousin. My cousin requested some bookmarks. Too bad she's not here. She might watch this show in the morning. Hey, Debbie, here's your bookmarks. Let's set Debbie's bookmarks aside and the ravens aside. Here's the stuff. So I'm gonna make journal covers and design work and stuff out of all this safari and zebra and savannah stuff that I have. But as you can see, the insides are not very zebra or savannah. When I chose this inside, I think I might still do this. I might print one of these zebras that I have over here super tiny and have tiny zebras going through these ferns and flowers and stuff, because I think that would be hilarious. There is a lot of uniqueness in the world, and really, I mean, even in the medical sense, EDS may have adopted the zebra concept and as their mascot, but there are a lot of medical zebras too. And just, you're right, in general, there's a lot of zebra-ness. And we should stop thinking that we're bad or don't measure up because we're different in our likes or dislikes, or our look or our not look, or our fashion sense or lack thereof, or our abilities due to our health, or our lack of abilities due to our health. It just should not be judged that way. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so anyways, this is a concept. I've been working really hard on it, and today I discovered that I was actually working harder on it than I'm willing to put out. So, and what I mean by that is I figured that I just figured out earlier today that if I wanted to print it out with all of the prompts already on the page, like I was gonna do, so it would have to say 1 here, right? And then on this one, it would have to say 26. And then it would have to be 2 over here, but on the other side of 2 would have to be 25. And I know there's easy ways to do that because I used to do it for a living. I'm not willing to relearn that or to make sure that I get it all right. So I am actually making the book very generic. I will do the prompts on my videos and the day that I record filling in my own journal. And I will put a little booklet in the center of this part right here that has a list of all the prompts and what they mean. So, yeah, that's that. I mean, if people really want, they can just follow in their own journal, their own notebook, their own anything. If they really, really want this cute little zebra journal that I'm making, I think I'm going to put them on the Etsy store for like 15 bucks. Because it's like a half-size journal, but I mean, it still takes a lot of work. So I think 15 bucks is what I can do. Woo! Okay, here's another drink of not your father's root beer. I don't know about this. No, I don't like it. I wonder if it's like the cilantro thing, because it really has a back of my mouth harsh thing to it. And I don't know what that is, but it's not nice. All right, Mr. Fred, I'm going to show you this. I didn't intend to show this tonight on the show, but I'm really super excited about this journal. And I thought you might like this one. I guess that's too much. I don't need that whole box. But the lady who does the journal kits that I'm so excited about lately has a newer one called Valkyrie. And this is going to be my journal cover. I created a collage to put on my journal. I do underprice my stock. Everybody tells me that. My cousins and my aunt were just here last week and said, "You always underprice your stuff." And she says, "I want a journal." And I said, "Well, you can have one." And she said, "What did I just say?" But you know what? I just want people to have stuff. I just think if people like it, they should have it because it makes them happy. Oh, well, whatever. Maybe I'll be a better businesswoman in another life. But I am so excited about this. That is so pretty. Not my collaging skills. I think she's doing AI art now. And if it's true that this is her AI art, then I don't care how she comes to this vision of hers. However she comes to this vision and how she puts her kits together, I am just in love with. I'm inspired by 99% of what she does. And she just put out another one the other day that I'm like, oh my God, now I gotta buy another one. I couldn't possibly make journals fast enough. I've tried telling her to stop being so creative and making such beautiful things, but she doesn't seem to want to listen to me. Anyways, I'll just give this is like a sneak peek. Because I really need to get to the birth month journals and get a stock of them going in my shop. But look at how gorgeous this stuff is. And I did this the same way that I just talked about, where I'm fading out the images to do the journaling pages, and then the box that I just stuck off to the side has more printings of the artwork and the pages in all the bright colors. So it repeats images, and I love the cohesiveness that creates. And then the spaces are all multi-purpose spaces. So, yeah. So this is going to be a 3 signature book, one of the bigger ones. I have all kinds of special finishes for this journal. This one will not be in an easy price range. I think this one will probably cost, I don't know, it could cost close to a couple $100 before it's done. So it might just be a showpiece that sits on my website for a really long time, but it's gonna be, I hope it's beautiful and it deserves that price tag. Anyways, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the zebra journals. Here is something I'm doing to personalize the zebra journals. There's going to be an element in it that talks about body, mind, and spirit and taking care of yourself. And so I wrote up, I printed out some different versions of this is not Triskelion. What is this? I'm not going to remember the word. It's one of the tray things, right? So it's body, mind, and spirit. Maiden, mother, crone, which, anyways, it's divine, female, feminine creativity, etc. And I did it in a whole bunch of different colors. If I have men who don't want that, that's fine. Some of the journals won't have that, but the body, mind, and spirit part applies to everyone, right? I hope it does. I hope it measures up. I have big, big hopes for that particular journal. Okay, so what we're moving on to today is I created these a long time ago, and I want to create them again in the future, but I need a better way to market them on Etsy, and I need to create a video on how to use them, and I need to create a formula of exactly what's going to be in them, because I don't want this to be like my journals and have to do an individual listing for every single one. It would just be too difficult to document what's in here. But what this is a kit. So you can take any journal, like the one I have here is just empty pages, right? I've had this for, I don't even know how many years. At least 15. This is one of the ones from Hot Topic. I have a whole pile of them over there. The resin cover spiral notebooks from Hot Topic from back in the day when my kids were young. And then you take this kit and you use it to turn any everyday journal into a decorated journal. So I would like to make a whole bunch of kits so people can do that. They have been for sale on my Etsy store for a very long time now, and no one has ever purchased one from my Etsy store, and I completely understand why. Because when you look at the picture, you can't even tell what's going on there, and the description does it no justice. So a couple of things. I thought maybe if I use it, I'll get a better feel for how I can advertise it in the future, and how I can film a video that specifically shows how to use this. So it has a little grab bag thing, right? And there are some stickers in here and some washi tape in here and some ribbon. There's a little paperclip, embellished paperclip, hidden. Wow, this one has a Swarovski crystal in it. Oh, 2 of them. Yeesh. Kind of lofty. A bulb pin, a little black rose charm, a pink flower charm, a black safety pin. So, oh my goodness, wait, more. There's some that fell out. A black and white ceramic bead, some gold button thingies, and a brown cat's eye cabochon. Okay, why not? Also, it has a mini notebook, a fold-out envelope, journaling spot, a belly band or bookmark, a little card, a tag, a matchbook kind of thingy jobber. Ooh, that's cool. This is a poetry journaling card. So this is collaged mixed media. I made these. I made a whole bunch of these for this purpose, and each one had this handmade thingy in it. They're good. I forgot about them. I should make them again. A corner tuck spot, some pockets with the two-sided tape already on, and then lace and papers and stuff. Anyways, it all matches. This is actually a writing board. This one turned out really good. Some of the other ones didn't. I had to throw them away. But this was an idea I had because these journals get so bumpy. They are hard. Test message. Somebody. Oh, I do see them. That was you beeping. The last thing I saw before, okay, you said I underpriced my stock. We were talking there, and then you said you liked something I was showing. Oh, it must have been the Valkyrie journal. And then you said you're sure it will live up to its price point. We'll see about that. But if you said anything else, I don't know. All right, so all of this stuff matches. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how I want to use it. And I think that one of the toughest things about any kit like this, or even any journal that, even like the kinds that I make and people buy them already made, one of the toughest things is knowing where to start. So what I like to do to completely avoid that is just flip a bunch of pages and start there. Because here's what happens to my brain, and I think this happens to a lot of other people too, is this should be some sort of introduction. This should be some sort of statement piece. This should be some sort of big impression. How do you get this right? How do you know what to put here? How do you know you won't regret it? So all of that stuff goes through my head, and then I don't do anything. Which is why I still own this journal, and it is empty after at least 15 years of ownership. So flip to the middle somewhere. And then just pick something. So here, I'll just pick this. The master plan. The master plan. Matchbook flip up poem. So first of all, this is it's on cardstock and it is a flip up. So I could do a few different things with this. It can be a tuck spot that goes up and down. So I can tuck something in the back. It could be a tuck spot that goes in the side. So I could tuck something in that way. Or it can be what they call a belly band. So then you would just glue each side and something would tuck all the way down. I don't like that use for it very much because I'm always afraid things will fall out the bottom of my book. So I don't like using belly bands that work in that way. So we'll assume that I'm going to make this a pocket where the entrance to the pocket is at the top. So I'll take this and I'll put my thumb on the side where I don't want glue, because sometimes I forget and I glue things down in a way that I don't want to. So I'll put glue on the other three sides in a U shape and decide where I'm going to put this, and I'm going to put it right there. I'll straighten it out a little bit, push it down, and we're good. All right. Mark it as a loot box style, type up instructions, and include a copy of that with each kit along with that video you mentioned. Yep. Maybe explain the purpose of the kit, but nothing about the contents. Oh. Okay, so if I do that, I'm assuming that your thought there is that if I explain the purpose but not the contents, then it doesn't matter if they are all completely identical. What matters is, am I putting enough stuff in it for people to be creative and get their money's worth and all that kind of jazz? Spark some inspiration, but it wouldn't matter if it's exactly the same. So, okay, so I have this little piece in here. It's kind of boring the way it is. And none of the pre-made pieces fit in this pocket. So what I think I'm going to do is take something a little more exciting. Maybe not this one, because I love this one. I'm going to save it for something special. But one of these two. I think this one, actually. And I'm just going to fold it in half and make a card out of the whole thing. Rawr! Oh, goodness sakes. Maybe even I do this more than once in a while, don't you think? Like as I think of different kinds of stuff to put in the package, maybe I make another video or an updated video of how to use these kits. And then maybe that can actually be a playlist. That makes sense. So now I have a card in there. Not a very exciting card, but still a card, and it's in place. Let's do the same thing again. I don't really know what I want to do next, but, oh, wait, I have an idea. I got me an idea. I don't really know what I would want to do with this, but what if I tucked this inside the matchbooks part? There we go. And then tucked that in there. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to flip forward in the journal. I'm going to reach in the pile and find a piece. Well, okay, so I can certainly put this tag in here, but I'm not really sure how. One of the things I could do is do this corner tuck. But this corner tuck is really supposed to go this way. Okay, that's ridiculous of me to say. It goes whatever way you want it to. I feel like it has to go this way. So I guess I'm going to do it over here again. But this is a trap I fall into all the time. I do everything on the right side of the page and on the bottom. I really have to push myself to locate things in other places and other ways. But I actually really like this combo right here. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to do it because it makes sense to my brain. Oh, I like that idea. See why I talk to you? You're just smart like that, Mr. Fred. So's my cousin Shelly. Every time I say stuff to her, she's like, well, I don't know what she says, but she says a whole bunch of stuff. And then I'm like, oh, that just makes good sense. And then I start to think I really need a business partner. Because I could sit here and create stuff all day long if, you know, if life would let me. But I can't manage and organize to save my life. Okay, I got two things in here. I want to do something on a left-handed page, and I'm going to skip around again. Ta-da! What else have we got in here? Well, this is easy enough. This is one of those flip down thingies. So you open it up and you flip it down and you can journal right in there. And I think I'm going to stick it right there in the middle of the page. And one of the things you can do with this is make it a tuck spot too. So I could make it a tuck spot off the end or on the top, just like I showed in that other thingy. Or I could move it down to the bottom of the page and put a bookmark in it. But then, look, the bottom of the page is, oh, you can't see. Well, if you could feel it the way I can, you would notice that the bottoms of the page is already getting super bulky. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it up here. And I'm going to possibly take this little card that I just had, fold it in half this way, and tuck it in the side. In fact, not possibly. I'm just going to do it so I show what that looks like. So this time I'm going to put a line of glue across the bottom, up the opposite side, and across the top. And I'm going to put it set into the page a little bit. Let's just hold that down for a minute. And let's see what this looks like. So the idea here is that I'm going to create a journaling spot that's just like a little card, and it would tuck right in here. I'm on pins and needles. And what? Oh, very true. Very true. There is just so much of that. I have a lot of that. Like, I get really excited about a project and a design, and I have stuff, but there's too much stuff or too much of one design. This kind of product is great for that, which is actually what this comes from. This is from a specific pack of scrapbook paper that I just fell in love with, and I still really like some of this. This is just my cup of tea. A dark, you know, blackberry sorbet background with metallic. I think it's rose gold, but I like it that it looks a little aged, metallic scroll work. Ugh, just my cup of tea right there. All right, so we have this envelope journaling space, and we have a tuck spot behind it with a little card in it. Let's do 2 more things today. I will do 2 more parts of this today, and then we will put it away and save it for another time. So this is one way that you can use this stuff. You do not have to do it this way. You don't have to do anything, which is the good part of a grab bag like this. It's for you to do whatever you want. But another specific way that I can think of people using this is, say you're a traveler, right? And you want to journal your travels, but you don't save a whole lot of stuff. You just save a little bit. Well, or it's always different. I mean, it's always going to be different, right? Well, then don't do any of what I'm doing until you have the stuff you want to save and the stuff you want to write about. And then figure out how you want to use these pieces to create holders and spaces for all of your stuff. And then just do one little section at a time. Are you a traveler? Aren't we all really, though? Are we all travelers or are we all passengers? I mean, we're really all both. When are you traveling to Minnesota? That's what I want to know. Will this fit? Absolutely not. Oh, it's so close, though. Boy, if I trim, no, I can't. Never mind. I was going to see if I trim this bottom closer, but I already aged the bottom of this. And it's got that cut edge, or the torn edge. It just won't work. How about this? Will this fit? Nope. I may have to create another thing. Will this fit? It sure will. Ooh, that'd look nice too. Or will this look better? Here, I can test it. Watch. We can go like this. Does that look better? Or that? Oh, I kind of like this. This is fun. I'm going to test all of them. Just because I want to. Oh, I actually like that. I didn't think I would. I thought I was being funny right there, but the wood grain really goes with this nature picture right here. Huh. Okay, I'm glad I tried all of them. Do I like this one? I don't actually like that one. Good, because I want to save that for something special. Do I like this one? It's okay, but it hides the pretty butterflies too much. Yeah, if I turned that into a card, the butterflies would just be hidden. And this one, I kind of like, but it's really busy with this and this background. I did, didn't I? I did. I did tell you, say you're a traveler. I don't like this one back there that much. I am surprised on the one I'm choosing. This is crazy. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did with the other ones and fold the card in half and tuck it in this belly band. Now I know these cards are nothing impressive, but here's what you gotta imagine. You gotta imagine that you have things to say or things to save. Yeah, I don't know why, but I really like that. You have to imagine that you have things to save and things to say, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I wonder if this will go good on, will go very well on here. I kind of want to put him on this card, but I kind of hate hiding him behind the belly band. Well, maybe I just won't then. That one looks like a giant mosquito. I don't think I like this one. This is supposed to be some kind of dragonfly or something. I don't know if you can see that because it's on that plastic, so it's super glary, right? But now that I'm looking at it, it looks more like a mosquito to me. I'm going to throw him to the side because he's ugly. I did tell you to say you were. All right. Well, all right. I think I'm just going to hold off. I don't really know what I want to put on this guy, but I do have one last thing I want to do, and showtime is almost up, so I'd best get on it. I'm going to do this as a flip up. And before I put it on here or here, ooh, I kind of like that. I'm going to decorate it. And I might decorate it with that bug I've been wanting to use. Or maybe a different bug. No, he doesn't show up good enough. Does the mosquito show up good enough? No. Okay, where's the last one? He does. He shows up pretty spiffy. So I think I'm going to glue him on here. And let's see, we have some lace. Do I want lace under that? No, that's kind of dumb. What if I put a label here and put a bug on? Now he doesn't show up as well. Does this guy now? You know what? I am struggling a little bit, creatively speaking. I don't seem to know what I want to do with this. I thought I wanted to put this in the front and decorate it with a couple of pieces, but now I'm sitting here trying it and I'm not happy with anything I have. That can totally happen. So, you know what? It's okay. I have something over here. Wait. Wait. Let me see if I can find something that is now hiding under all of these supplies. Nope. I'm not going to find it. Nope. Rats. Hey, lucky duck, I found it. Look at that. I think I'm going to put this in here because it kind of matches the colors anyway. This is extra. I accidentally printed this. Oh. A giant Florida bloodsucker. Ugh. Minnesota state bird too, technically speaking. did you know that unhatched mosquitoes can live for like 5 years or something? So because of the way our snow melted this year, I guess. I mean, I can't remember the specifics. What I do know is that it turns out that this is an extra awful mosquito year because the last couple of years have been easier than they normally are in the mosquito department. And mosquitoes save themselves up for a rainy day. And that's quite literal, isn't it? It rains and properly, and then they come out. It's ridiculous. Good news for me. I can't go outside in the sun without dire health risks. So I don't have to worry about the mosquitoes. They can't get me anyway. All right, let's put that lantern on there. And I'm going to make this a little hidden spot for me to put a "This is my journal" label under here at some point. Before I close out for the day, Mr. Fred, gosh darn it, I got it lopsided. Crazy girl. And now it's really stuck. At least I might know my two-sided tape is good. If you or Miss Christie are interested in joining in the zebra journaling, talk about it between the two of you and let me know. I think that I will be doing it live on Saturdays or Sundays. And you can just follow along live or not live. It doesn't even matter if you guys decide you want to do it with yourselves. But I will send you one of these zebra journals, or two of them if you guys wish to. Also, I wanted to let you know, and anybody else who watches this in the future, if you get to this part of the show where it's almost closing up, I should have said this earlier, but spread some good word around. If you say prayers, or if you send out happy vibes to the universe, or however you spread positive, send some positive energy to our very good friend Ginger. I won't go into specifics, but there's some stuff happening in Ginger's world, and she needs all the positive we can send her. Our lovely Ginger. And hopefully she'll be able to get back with us someday. Ginger, if you watch this in the future, know that we're all thinking about you. And we will be happy when you can rejoin us. I think I'm going to put my, I might put my ugly mosquito bug on here. No, you know what? I'm really just not liking it. I kept that one because I liked it. Ugh, what was I thinking? I'm going to put this guy on here, though. Right over here. Yep, I like that. That's a good one. Really? You're going to go there too? Are they going to work around your school so you can finish? And I hope she's all right too. But it's pretty serious. So, every good thought you can. That would be so cool if you had the same job. I mean, I'd miss you on Wednesdays. Tell Lockheed Martin that they need to work around Whiny Wednesdays and your schooling. I'm sure they'll understand how important my show is. Aha! I win. All right. All right, bug. There we go. Very nice. All right, so I'm going to pack this up, and next time we get together, I will continue on this, possibly. I mean, it seems like every time we get together, I do a different kind of journaling, but we'll get back to this one eventually, and I'll show how we can turn these plain old folded pieces of paper into something a little more exciting for documenting our adventures in life. And I thank you so much, Fred, for your great ideas. And if you are a viewer, that's true. I mean, plus and minus. Also, Lockheed Martin is in Minnesota, so if you get in, I mean, you can move here easier once you're done with school. Sounds like a toss-up, really. I mean, I wish you the best in decision-making, but I mean, you gotta make money and you'd have your foot in the door, so you're totally right about all of that. All right. I forgot what I was saying. We're gonna close things up here. I said that. I don't know that I like Not Your Father's root beer, because this last drink I just took now was tasty. But the first few had that really strange taste for me. I'm going to ponder. And I will be working on zebra journals and July journals, and wow! Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, mister. You can make requests, especially if, you know, you're better than all the other engineers. And I just know that you will be. Yes, maybe it needs to sigh, sot, sit. Maybe it does need to sit. I don't know. You let it breathe like wine or something. All right. Anyways, good night. I'll see you next week. Good luck to you and yours. Send me a message if you want a zebra journal. Okie dokie, bye. You did. Too funny.